Welcome to the official podcast series by POTENZA, where innovation meets insight. In this series, we dive deep into the world of SAP, explore the power of robotic process automation, and unlock the true potential of data analytics. Whether you're a tech enthusiast, a business leader, or just curious about the digital transformation shaping our world, you're in the right place. Tune in, stay curious, and let's explore the future of enterprise technology together. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on YouTube for more powerful insights. Now, let's get into today's episode.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to cut through the noise and focus on insights that genuinely matter for your business. Today, we're tackling something foundational for, well, many of you running small and medium enterprises. You're under constant pressure, aren't you? Always looking to streamline, boost efficiency, scale smart. It's a tough market out there.
It really is. And for a lot of SMEs, a solution like SAP Business One starts to look very attractive. It offers these powerful capabilities that used to be just for the big players. But let's have some real talk here. Implementing any ERP system, even Business One, which is designed for SMEs, isn't just taking a box. There are real hurdles. You've got, limited IT staff, maybe tight budgets, and the absolute need to keep the business running smoothly during the change. These aren't small things. They can genuinely make or break the whole project.
Right. So that leads us straight to the core mission for this deep dive. How do SMEs actually navigate this complexity? It's not just about installing SAP Business One, is it? It's about unlocking its full potential, really making it work for you. And critically, what's the role of expert guidance? We're talking about finding the right SAP Business One consultants, the right partners. How do they help turn what looks like a complex tech project into a real foundation for growth and getting that competitive edge? We want to uncover those proven best practices that make all the difference.
Okay, let's start with why these specialists are so essential. Think of a consultant maybe as a translator or an architect. On one side, you've got your business, your unique ways of doing things, your industry's quirks, your big goals. On the other side, you have SAP Business One. Powerful, yes, but it has its own logic, its own structure. A good consultant bridges that gap. They need to deeply understand both sides of tech and your business. They ensure the system doesn't just work, but works optimally for your specific needs.
Okay, let's unpack that a bit. When we say consultant, it sounds like one role, but I suspect it's more complex for a successful B1 rollout, right? What specific kinds of expertise are we actually talking about here? It seems like you'd need different skills.
You're absolutely spot on. It's rarely just one person, especially for a full implementation. You typically need two key roles working together. First, there's the SAP B1 functional consultant. Think of them as the business process expert. Their focus is squarely on the business side of things. They dig into how you currently operate sales, purchasing, inventory, finance, everything. Their expertise lies in analyzing those processes, identifying the bottlenecks, the pain points, and then designing how SAP Business One should be configured to support where you want to be. They're the ones talking to your users, gathering requirements, figuring out reporting needs, planning training, and really managing the human side, the change management. Essentially, they translate business needs into system configuration.
Got it. So they make sure the system actually does what the business needs day to day. And then there's the technical piece, which sounds equally crucial.
Exactly. That's where the SAP B1 technical consultant steps in. These are your system architects, your engineers. They handle everything, let's say, under the hood. The system architecture itself, any custom coding needed, making sure it integrates smoothly with other systems you might have, maybe a CRM, an e-commerce site, specialized warehouse software. They also tackle the big one, data migration, getting all your historical data cleaned up and moved over accurately. That's huge. Plus, performance tuning, troubleshooting technical glitches, keeping the system healthy.
Okay, so it's clear you really need both perspectives. When an SME looks to bring in this help, they face a choice, right? Freelancers versus established partners. Freelancers might offer deep specialization or flexibility maybe, while partners bring a whole team, established methods, long-term support. What's the key difference for an SME weighing this?
Well, the main difference often boils down to holistic support versus, say, targeted expertise. A great freelancer might be perfect for a very specific task, like building one complex report or tackling a tricky integration. But an established SAP partner usually brings the whole package. They'll have a team with both functional and technical consultants, project managers, support staff. They offer a proven methodology, guiding you through the entire process, from strategy right through to post-launch optimization. For an SME with limited internal IT or project management resources, that comprehensive approach, that long-term relationship potential is often invaluable. You're not just hiring skills, you're buying a process and support structure.
That's a really important distinction. Okay, let's shift from the who and why to the how. This is where it gets really interesting for our listeners. What are those battle-tested strategies? The absolute must-do best practices for an SME aiming for a truly successful SAP Business One implementation.
Right? This is foundational. And the very first one sounds almost deceptively simple. 1. Define crystal clear business objectives. You can't hit a target you haven't clearly identified, can you?
Makes sense.
But it's amazing how often businesses start with, we need an ERP, instead of, we need to solve this specific problem or achieve that specific outcome. Success really starts by articulating what you want the system to help you achieve. Is it cutting inventory costs by, say, 15%? Is it closing your books faster each month? Improving customer service with better data access? You need specifics.
So it's about linking the tech directly to measurable business results, not just features.
Precisely. And this is where a good functional consultant really shines early on. They facilitate those deep dive workshops. They help map out your current processes, find those hidden inefficiencies, and then collaboratively design the ideal future state within SAP. This phase is critical for setting realistic expectations, calculating potential ROI, defining success metrics, and nailing down a manageable project scope. It ensures every bit of effort and investment aligns directly with a strategic goal.
Right. Without that clear roadmap, you're just hoping for the best. Which logically leads to the next big step, 2. Choosing the right SAP Business One partner. This decision feels like it could truly make or break the whole thing, like picking the right guide for a major expedition.
Oh, absolutely. It's arguably one of the most critical decisions, and honestly, it's where some SMEs stumble early. You want a partner you trust, someone with a proven methodology, certified consultants, and solid support. When you're evaluating them, really dig deep. Do they understand your industry? Ask for case studies relevant to your sector.
References too, I assume.
Definitely. Ask for client references and actually call them. Don't just check the box. Ask about their consultant certification levels that matters for quality. Understand their project management style. And crucially, what does their support look like after you go live? Certified consultants mean they're likely following SAP best practices, which reduces risk down the line. And a really good partner won't just agree with everything you say. They should challenge your assumptions, help you refine your objectives. That adds huge value.
That's a great point, the challenge function. Okay, partner selected. Now you need the actual project team. Which brings us to 3, building the right consultant team. And based on what you said earlier about functional and technical roles, it sounds like getting that blend is key, not just one or the other.
You've got it. A successful implementation absolutely needs that balance. Both functional and technical expertise are vital for a smooth ride. Your functional folks are working closely with your end users, understanding their day-to-day realities, configuring the system to make their lives easier. Meanwhile, the technical consultants are working in the background, setting up the infrastructure, building integrations, handling custom code, making sure it all performs well. A pro tip here, that handoff and communication between the functional and technical teams is critical. If the functional consultant promises something the tech side can't realistically deliver, or vice versa, you get problems. Smooth collaboration between them is essential.
That's a fantastic pro tip. It's not just the skills, but how they mesh. Now let's hit a big one. A common hurdle that can trip up even well-planned projects. Our 4th best practice. 4, mastering data preparation and migration strategy. This feels like one of the most daunting parts for SMEs, dealing with maybe years of messy data from old systems.
Daunting's a good word. Yeah, data migration is often underestimated. It's a huge task. SMEs often have legacy data issues, right? Duplicate customer records from different sources, inconsistent product codes used over the years, historical data in strange formats, maybe even missing records. It can be a real mess.
A digital cleanup job.
Exactly. Now, SAP Business One has tools for validation and cleansing, but getting it right requires serious consultant expertise. We're talking about a comprehensive strategy, assessing the data quality up front, meticulous cleansing and standardization, rigorous testing of the migration process, often multiple dry runs, and really importantly, having solid contingency plans. What if the migration hits a major snag during the go-live weekend? You need a tested rollback plan. Things can go wrong.
Things can go wrong. That's the dose of realism everyone needs. Okay, so even if the data is perfect, the system is configured beautifully. If your team doesn't use it properly, it's all for nothing. That brings us to number 5. 5, user training and change management. What does this mean for the people side, for getting real buy-in?
This is absolutely where the rubber meets the road. You can have the best system in the world, but if users don't adopt it or don't use it effectively, it's just, well, an expensive failure. Good training isn't just click here, then here. It's about understanding the new business processes, why things are changing, how the system helps them do their job better, faster, easier. So training needs to cover their specific roles, the new workflows, how to get the reports they need, maybe mobile access, basic troubleshooting. But training alone isn't enough. That's where change management comes in. It's the human side. People need to understand the why. Why is this change happening? What's in it for them? How does it benefit the company? It's about addressing concerns, managing resistance, building some enthusiasm, and fostering a sense of ownership. I remember working with a manufacturing client. Their sales team initially resisted the new system. They felt it was slowing them down.
Common reaction, I bet.
Very. So we had a functional consultant actually shadow them for a few days, see their real pain points with the old way. Then she ran tailored workshops showing exactly how the new system automated tasks they hated, like checking inventory levels or generating quotes, saving them real time. Seeing that direct personal benefit, that flipped the switch. So the pro tip is never, ever underestimate user adoption. Proper training and ongoing support are vital.
That's such valuable insight. It's as much a people project as a tech project. And the journey doesn't just stop when you flip the switch, right? That leads to our final best practice. 6, ongoing support and optimization. Implementation is just the start.
Absolutely. Think of it like buying a performance car. You don't just drive it off the lot and forget about maintenance, right? Long-term success with SAP Business One absolutely depends on continuous optimization and support, ideally from qualified consultants or your partner. This means things like regular system health checks, monitoring performance, providing timely user support when questions pop up, managing system updates and upgrades, and, importantly, revisiting and refining your business processes as your company evolves. Your business changes, so your ERP needs to adapt too. Often, working with an experienced partner gives you ongoing access to new enhancements, industry best practices, and strategic advice to make sure SAP Business One keeps delivering value. So the mindset needs to be, this isn't a project with an end date. It's the beginning of a long-term partnership for growth.
Okay, so we've covered the critical steps for getting it right now, but the tech world, like you said, moves incredibly fast. Looking ahead, maybe towards 2025 and beyond, what's on the horizon for SAP Business One and how SMEs implement it? What trends should listeners be aware of?
Yeah, the ERP space is definitely evolving. We're seeing a few key trends really picking up steam for SAP Business One. First, AI-driven process optimization. This is becoming a real game changer. Imagine having AI and machine learning built right into your ERP, offering predictive analytics, maybe forecasting demand with greater accuracy, or predicting customer churn. Wow. Right? Or automating routine decisions, intelligently optimizing workflows based on real-time data. Things like suggesting optimal inventory reorder points. This kind of advanced analytics used to be just for massive corporations. Now it's becoming accessible for SMEs through systems like Business One.
That really could level the playing field.
It absolutely does. Second, cloud-based deployments are accelerating. More and more SMEs are opting for cloud hosting. The benefits are pretty clear. Better scalability, easy to scale up or down as needed, much lower IT infrastructure overhead, and better accessibility for remote or hybrid teams. Third, we're seeing a growing demand for specialized industry expertise. Generic consultants are fine, but businesses see huge value in partners who deeply understand their specific sector. Manufacturing, distribution, services, they all have unique needs, regulations, processes. A consultant who speaks your industry's language can tailor the solution much more effectively.
Makes total sense.
And finally, mobile-first implementations. Mobile access isn't an afterthought anymore. Increasingly, the focus is on building mobile capabilities and supporting a remote workforce right from the start. Sales teams updating orders in the field, warehouse staff using handhelds. It's about empowering people wherever they work.
What's really fascinating there is how all these trends seem geared towards giving SMEs capabilities that, were once exclusive to the enterprise giants. It feels like a significant shift.
It is an exciting time. The key thing for listeners is these aren't just abstract concepts. They offer tangible ways to boost efficiency and gain a competitive edge.
This has been incredibly insightful. It's so clear that a successful SAP Business One implementation for an SME isn't just about buying software. It's this mix of clear strategy, smart use of technology, and maybe most importantly, having those expert consultants guiding you through the whole process.
Absolutely. And I think the fundamental takeaway is that implementation isn't the destination you arrive at. It's the start of a continuous journey. The right consultant or partner relationship doesn't just get you to go live, it provides the foundation for ongoing transformation and growth, helping you adapt and optimize as your business evolves.
And as technology keeps accelerating, you have to wonder, don't you? How will that consultant role shift even further? Maybe beyond just implementation, they become these ongoing architects of agility for SMEs, helping businesses not just react, but actually anticipate what's next. What new skills will be critical for them in just a few years? Definitely something for all of you to think about in your own business context.
That's a wrap for today's episode of the POTENZA podcast series, where we decode SAP, automate with RPA, and analyze with precision. We hope you found today's conversation insightful and inspiring. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and stay tuned for more deep dives into the technologies transforming tomorrow's enterprise. Got questions or ideas for a future episode? Drop them in the comments, we'd love to hear from you. Until next time. Thank you.